let us continue playing Dwarf Fortress. When we last left off, you can see that I have plotted out some of the area, and you'll notice a lot of flashing things. This is basically the channel which I'm digging to outline the entire town. So what I'm basically going to do is dig down a one-layer sort of slope, which will basically mark the outline. We'll then put a wall in the inner bit of this area, with a gap on the right to actually exit through. I've then marked the corners of where each of the towers will go, plus the stairs on the top three. These will be the ones I can easily build, so the wood and the stone ones mostly. But a third one there just because. Under that, we have our first storage areas, and because obviously the channel will go down one level to this level, we need to make sure that that's not actually blocking anything off. And in fact, I will just quickly make sure I haven't messed this up already. Where is... yeah, so the channel's there, so that's where the... ah, see? Perfect. Yeah, so what basically you have to do in the start of Dwarf Fortress is basically set up your stockpiles and everything else. So as you can see, this area is quite a nice little area here. We got a pond in the middle, so we have water. We can also drain that off and make underwater things if we so wanted, but we're probably not going to do that too much, I don't think. Nah, there's not a lot of point in going water channeling here. It's fine for an external thing. We can always put a well above it, I suppose, which, strange though it seems, does work. Other things. I have designated quite a lot of trees for destruction because we need a lot of them. If we're going to have flooring on each of the levels as well, which I'm definitely putting on the bottom, and we're going 12 layers up, that's 8 squared times 12. So that is a lot of wood that we're going to need. In fact, there's a lot of every material we're going to need. Finding iron means at least we got some metal, but that's a low priority dig initially. First things first in Dwarf Fortress, shelter, food. Those two. So let's go. And as you see, the dwarves will now busily go about their days, although... what are you doing? Mr. Alex Hunter, of course, is just going out there and doing some farming. I probably will have videos every 2 or 3, basically going over the various upgrades and things. As you can see, our miner has gone out to go and channel things, though I'm not 100% sure where he's actually gone to, what he's actually going to do now. And as you can see, we have an axeman who is working and chopping trees down. Excellent, lots of wood for us. The other thing I did set up was a couple of pasture zones. One for ducks, one for our other animals. I might expand these a bit later, but for now they're probably fine. What we'll want to do is build some nest boxes, because that gives us a lot of food quite early, which would be quite good. So, off my miner goes, channeling various things. Down to the Hatchman Northern Swamps, and off he goes. He's gone down. Oh yeah. I should have thought about that, but that's actually a bad thing. Ah, well, I suppose it's additional flooring to get down there. Right, so my corner thing to mark it off was a bad idea. I know that now. So I'm going to remove the designation there because it's just going to bother me now. It already bothers me. At the very least, I'll be building a wall over it, so it's not... oh, darn it, I've just got rid of all the downward stairways. Ah! You see, I do all this planning, and then it doesn't work, and then I have to redo it again. Huzzah! Right, a lot of Dwarf Fortress is planning, though. A lot of it. I'll just have to make sure I get the things in place later. What it probably means I'm going to do then is, instead of what I was planning, I'm probably going to have this as the wooden tower now. Because I can actually build over that. I think I can still build construction wall. Yeah, I can still build over that. So as you can see, this is going to be my first 8 grid, which will go across there. And it'll be made out of logs. And there we go. So, huzzah, we're going to start our first building projects. As soon as our carpenter gets to work. I don't know who our carpenter is, actually. Which one of us have carpentry skills? Is it you? Yes, you're a carpenter. Excellent. And thus we have wooden walls now being built. The first of the towers is done. What I will do, if the area is somewhat clearer down here, to speed up production, I'm probably going to put a wood stockpile down there as soon as he clears out a suitable area. There we go. Right, so stockpiles. Stockpiles allow you to basically store various things in various places, so we're going to put a wood stockpile in there. Now, all the dwarves who aren't busy, or idlers, will go and haul items to and from the fortress. So the other thing we're going to need once he does a bit more digging... Yeah, there we go. So while our dwarf is currently going off and chopping down trees, our other dwarves now will be going and putting the wood into the wood storage, which means future carpentry jobs are quicker. Which is fairly awesome. As you can see, that's going rather well, actually. Pillars and walls. I don't think you can engrave or... You can carve fortifications into them, I'm sure, but I don't think you can actually decorate them. Huzzah. See, this isn't going too badly, actually. If I can get the first level done, strangely, even if I don't do the flooring just yet, that will provide beds. And since our wood chopper is actually doing a reasonable job at getting around at the moment... Excellent. This does also improve his carpentry skills, so let's go and build him a workshop now. Carpenters. Now, I want to put a wall in there, sort of separating the two areas with a gap. So I will technically have a gap in the middle, and then the workshop here. This might cause a little bit of a problem for me, but we'll worry about that. We'll worry about that when it comes to it. Next thing we want to do is construction wall. No, actually, it's one shorter than that. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, and we use the closest ones. Ash. Yeah. Okay. Can we get this done as well? No, we don't have enough. We don't have enough wood to currently do that. It's fine. For the moment, the only resource we actually have is wood. Until our miner comes along and digs everything else out. He's doing quite well, actually, to be fair. Yay. Oh, darn it. Now, occasionally it would also be a bit stupid. And they'll try to continually build where they can't build. It's a bit weird. So he's now on top of it, so obviously he's in the way, so he can't build it. Darn you, Doctor! Well, I suppose he could always build that, which he can do at least. There we go. Right, now if we set that up, we can unsuspend that. Why do you always stand on it? Always. Alright. There are some annoying issues in Dwarf Fortress occasionally. Alright. So we're going to remove that entirely. Then we're going to build a wall. Construction wall. There's a lot of minor annoyances in this game, but it's fine. Right. There we go. Resume. There we go, now we built it properly. Now we do need an entrance, but we're going to put it on the left-hand side. Because, hold on, where are we? The reason we put it on the left-hand side is because that's where the door is. It's, well, sort of what I'm going to do, if I actually can construct... Oh, whoops, get into weird stuff. Build construction wall. I'm actually going to build a sort of middle bit here. Now, obviously, I won't use all of this because then they wouldn't be able to get to the other side, but I want the entrance to be sort of there. So, let's go and shrink that down to 3 across. And then put another wall. 2 across here. Then we can put another wall. See, this is going rather well, actually. Of course, these logs are a little further away. And I don't think I've got enough to currently do this. No, one short. And then we're going to need our carpenter to actually go and build some doors. So 2 doors, and then we're going to start building beds. We need 7 beds minimum at the moment. Yeah, that'll do. And we are going to need to work out a way of actually soundproofing this, which might not be doable. It might not be. Well, anyway, now that that has been done, I suppose the other thing we want to be building are nest boxes, which I think we need a craft dwarf thing for. So, moving on to our second workshop. Craft dwarfs. Now, these build all of the general crafty bits, which is mostly how you get money in the first part of this game. Well, not money per se, but it's how you get wealth, goods that are worth things. When you have goods that are worth things, you can trade them. And if you've got an appraiser, you can know how expensive those goods are, so you know how trades, how effective the trades are. As you can see, dwarves are now getting thirsty, and I think what I should be doing fairly soon is going and sort of dividing up the workshops. Now, I wanted the food workshop to be on this side, the upper bit. And the logic there was the upper bit there is going to be our farming area. Assuming I can actually build farm plots there. I should be able to. Yeah. So as soon as our miner gets around to actually finishing that, yeah, we'll have mining going on there. Resume. But instead they go up to where the actually, where is it? The thing. Don't know. Oh, it's up there, isn't it? Yes, it is. And our two hunter dogs, which we'll probably be assigning those shortly, or I'll have a go at assigning them in a bit. For now, did we suspend that one? No, it's just inactive. You're doing other things. Oh, no worries there. Also, I cancelled the designation of all these trees in here, didn't I? Yes, I did. Alright, go and remove all of those, and we shall then remove all of those, because they're just going to get in the way. Trees are only good for one thing, burning, and also building towers out of. And also beds. It's the only material we can make beds from, so actually it's quite important in that regard. Okay. So now that we have doors, we can build doors. I can put a door in there. And I think I can put a door in there, but I've got to wait until it's actually done. So, come on, carpenters. Do your thing. Yay, door is built. And so is the bed. Now you'll notice small little things that are hovering above the map. They're basically flies and things, I think, actually. Yes, we have swarm of flies and various other undesirable things. So you can see our mine has actually got is nearly done here. Right. We're then going to build a few stockpiles in here. Firstly, we're going to build a food stockpile, a general food stockpile, which will go there. Next thing, we want some specific food stockpiles. And the way you do this is by going Q and changing the settings. So we want to forbid certain things in this one. This is going to be purely a drink stockpile. So there we go. That stockpile will only ever have drink. Next thing we want to put a stockpile in is another food one in this corner. And this one, we want to change the settings of, is only going to have seeds. The other one is for general stuff, because anything you pretty much go there. Once this is done, we want to actually get some farming sorted out. In fact, we can get some farming sorted out now, actually. Let's build a farm plot. Now, I like to build these in sections of 9, but I don't think the actual thing will allow me to do that. So I'm going to... Actually, I still could, I suppose. 9's fine for now, and a secondary farm plot, which can go there, and then a third farm plot, which goes there. Right, resume. Now, what I'm going to do out of one of these areas is turn it into a distillery kitchen type area, and then the final area will actually be our first dining area. However, in order to build a dining area... Oh, and by the way, this is now done, so let's go and get some crafty, dwarfy bits done. We want 5 nest boxes, because that will give us our eggs. Then, final thing we need to do is go and build a masonry. Masonry is all of the stone things. You need a good mason in any dwarf fortress, so let's play even if you're going above ground, and unfortunately, until that's gotten rid of, we can't actually do anything with it. Oh, but I have noticed what you've done over here. The door is now in place. Huzzah. Right, build, construction, wall. There. Out of all of the logs. And there we go, first layer of a tower basically done, other than the floor, which is low priority. The second layer needs to be done as fast as we can get away with it. Also, I'm going to construct 2 more doors here. Next thing, we want a stockpile for furniture. Now, we'd normally do this elsewhere, but I suppose for now that's going to... Ah, darn it, I just realised. Oh well. It's fine. And then another finished goods stockpile, which will be a bit of a stretch along here, actually, unless I remove... I can remove the bit here, actually. There we go. Right, so all of the beds and things will now be put there. As you can see, all the food is being put to good use over there. So, as you can see, things are going reasonably well. What I'm probably going to have to do with one of the dwarves is asking me to go and do something a little out of character, actually, and it might be you. Yeah, right. Zarus, I want you to go and do a different kind of labour. We want you to do plant gathering. Now, he might not want to do that straight away. He might have other things he wants to do. You can sort of adjust priorities a bit later. But hopefully now he will go and actually claim all of these plants that I designated a while back. In fact, did I designate plant gathering? Well, if I haven't, I am now. There we go. So now he will go and gather the plants. And plants have various seeds and allow you to grow outdoor crops, which are different to standard crops in a number of ways. Next thing, I've also just noticed we need to build an upward stairway, which is a construction, and this is not going to be the ideal placement for it, I know, but I'm going to build that there. Yeah, I didn't think about this really clearly. I should have had the door at the top, really, if I was doing this properly, but oh well. It's fine for now. And this now means we can build downward stairways here, although we don't have enough wood for it currently. But we need that second layer, and then we need a roof on top of that, and then we have our housing. So huzzah! Yeah, I might have to turn a couple of doors off of this. Yeah, I'm going to turn you off of hauling duties for now. Aside from burial. There we go. So now hopefully that'll be the last time he does that, and he'll do other jobs. And the only other job he can currently do is go and gather plants. Yes, trying to make dwarves do things is difficult, because they'll do exactly what they want to do until they're told otherwise. So as you can see, we got a load of food, we got some goods in play. We don't have any farming currently going on. You have you, and I believe you are having... What are you doing at the moment? Talking friend lately, complained of lack of chairs lately. That's fine. We don't have any chairs because we don't have a mason. In fact, we don't have any rock for the mason actually. But we will someday. Someday we will. It will be glorious. The other thing we're going to have to build fairly soon is a trade post. Yay, good work. And there are the upward stairs, and they've been built. Huzzah. Right. Now we want to build some downward stairs. And these obviously go along there. Made out of ash. Right, the next thing you want to do is flooring, and be very, very careful with putting flooring in. Because if you put flooring where you mean to put a wall, it doesn't work. It's very weird. It's very fiddly like that. So I'll probably build the wall bits in first. And the other thing you'll note, if you try and build walls, they will somehow mess it up. I guarantee you they will mess it up. Also, I've just realised I made the track slightly longer for them, although there is now another way down. Excellent work. Excellent work. Right. I'm going to build now a trade post. Which is not there. It is... trade depot. Right. This will go... And I need to think about this a little. I think the trade depot will go at the back. Because we didn't plan on putting a secondary tower here, actually. But if I still make a building for it, it'll probably be there. Resume. The slow progress of a dwarf fortress fort. And yay! Okay. First initial problem. People are now going to sleep. They'll do this. They're dwarves. They can only stay up for a certain amount of time. Secondary thing. Now that we have a farm built, we can have mass plump helmet production. Plump helmets are pretty much the only vegetables that dwarves eat. And it may make good alcohol, which is probably why they eat them. So, that is full plump helmet production going over there. And as you can see, beds are being made. I'm half tempted now to place some beds in down the stairs, but we'll see. We need a lot more wood. Need more wood. Yes, that's what we need. For stuff and things and moonbeams and stuff. And we don't have in... We need 18 bits of wood to just fill in that floor. Once the floor is filled in, I will then put the walls in and go up to the next layer. Once that floor's in, we will actually be able to have housing and some accommodation up there. So there's a way to go. There's a long way to go with this. Just to make sure that all the close by things are being sorted out. I think after this we're going to go and have a look towards building... Actually, what have we got building here? The rest of the beds. We don't have enough beds currently built. And what are you actually doing? Oh, you're gathering plants, that's why. Yeah, continue. Yeah, general plant gathering. It's a good noble dwarven profession. And ultimately it is food. How are we on the status screen at the moment? We're now in mid-spring. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to set these up to seasons again. I might do, I might not though. Largely because it occasionally tricks you into what season it actually is, and yeah. Also, I'm thinking about not having all of the... Yeah. Now, see, part of the reason by having the lower down the channel thing there is that all enemies who attack the walls are technically one layer lower, so they can't really attack the walls. That was the logic. And it's reasonable logic in my mind, but I'm not sure that entirely is how it works. It might not work that way. Also, build doors. Oh, we don't have the doors yet. But you never know, it might be how it works. So, we can now build a workshop mason. So, we want you to go there. And when we eventually start digging out some rocks, which won't be too long away actually, we've nearly got most of our digging down here sorted. We have finished goods stockpile, we have thing stockpile. Right, I'm now just going to put a stockpile down of virtually everything that we're going to need. Oh, I haven't got to the refuse bit yet. Alright, we're going to put a stone stockpile in here. Next, ammo stockpile, which can go there. A armor stockpile. Oh, that's animal. Armor stockpile, which can go... I've done it. I forget what that was. Oh well. We have seen some gems, so I'm going to put a gem stockpile in. Weapon stockpile can go here. And then the rest of it is going to be whatever the heck we can fit in. So let's have some leather. Let's have some cloth. By the way, you need more than that as a cloth stockpile. And they're never going to be able to find out what any of this is. I know. Whoops. Stone stockpile there. But we'll make the next area will be a bit more general. Also, that's now done. Now, since we have our plump helmet production place, this is going to be dimple cups and cave wheat, and more cave wheat, and more dimple cups. And the third one will be quarry bushes and sweet pods. And plump helmets. Always extra plump helmets are always worth it. Trust me on this, they always are. And there we go. So that's all the farming done, which is food production, and I see our miner is now busy doing things. How adept is our miner at the moment? General, he's now professional, so he's now gone up to level 10. Which is another reason why I haven't gone for the iron yet, because he's got a chance of missing it. I suppose also the channel doesn't actually block until I need it to. Yay, trade depot's up. Which is good work. I don't know what you're doing though, you're probably doing some haulage stuff. Masonry construction inactive. Are we out of trees? Is that why they're not... We might be out of trees to be dug, to be chopped down. I did mention my number I needed, right? It's ridiculous. So we're going to need to trade for wood every time we can. Tree. Let's also chop down some of these. That'll do. And down here we can designate T. Because we're not in such a dangerous area, and we have some hunters anyway, we should be alright for the short term. We're getting rid of things. So, more logs. Build sea floor. Nope, don't have enough for that yet, but we can put the first layer in. In fact, that's all we can put in. That's used all of them. Excellent. Well, it does improve carpentry value, and it is also architectural value as well, I believe, at this stage. So there is a method. But I wait half an hour in now. The first tower has one layer down. Just 12 more, and I can declare the wooden tower done once I work out exactly what I'm going to do with the decorative top of it. And yeah, we're building the 12 high. Once it gets to 12 high, awesome. We're probably going to put some sort of ballistas once we get to about 6th level, maybe, or some form of siege weaponry, or somewhere for crossbowers to just sit and laugh at people. Something like that. But I always considered the wooden fortress would be the one where we basically live for now. So continue building the dwarven home. It is important. Floor. Let's go and put in a small box here if we can. Nope, don't have it. But we can do that. And if they build that, that'll speed up general production. Because he doesn't have to go all the way around there. I like making things easier for my dwarves at times. Even if they want to build things reverse order. Right, so we're now half an hour in. And let's just have a quick look at our units now. What are they up to? You fought some progress. Fled in the dirt recently, complained of lack of chairs, has been accosted by terrible vermin, satisfied at work. Yeah, there's some negative thoughts going on here. Too many negative thoughts leads to madness. We don't want madness. Also, there's an eagle and a kestrel around. Incredibly skinny. Oh, I might need to sort something out of that, because if they're not actually being fed, then that's a problem. Okay, well anyway, this is Dwarf Fortress. It begins. Until next time.